Tonight, we look at a story that truly defines our modern era. It's a story about vision, risk, and a relentless drive to change the world. We begin in a Seattle classroom in the late 1960s, where a young Bill Gates discovered a clunky teletype terminal connected to a mainframe computer. For most, it was a novelty. For Bill, it was a revelation. A world of infinite possibility waiting to be unlocked through code. While other kids played outside, Bill and his friend Paul Allen spent countless hours learning programming, creating games, and trading their skills for precious computer time. This wasn't just a hobby, it was an apprenticeship for a revolution no one else could see coming. Gates's early immersion in computing gave him a unique perspective. He was learning to think in a new way, to see problems and solutions through software. His parents, both accomplished professionals, encouraged his ambitions but hoped for a more traditional path. In 1973, Gates enrolled at Harvard, ostensibly to study law, but his heart was in the computer lab, not the lecture hall. He famously told his professors he'd be a millionaire by 30, a promise rooted in his understanding of where technology was headed. The world was on the cusp of a personal computing revolution, and Bill Gates knew he had to be at its center. He couldn't just watch it happen. He had to help shape it. The decision that would alter the course of modern technology came in 1975. Paul Allen rushed to Gates's Harvard dorm, waving a magazine featuring the Altair 8800, the world's first microcomputer kit. For Gates and Allen, this was a signal. Computers would soon be everywhere and they'd need software. The Altair had no real software, and that was their opportunity. They boldly called MITS, the company behind the Altair, claiming they had a version of BASIC ready for the machine, even though they hadn't written a line of code. The president of MITS asked for a demo in a few weeks. The race was on. Working day and night, they built the software from scratch, with Allen flying to Albuquerque to deliver it on a fragile paper tape. He realized on the plane they'd forgotten a loader program and scribbled it out by hand. In a legendary moment, the program worked perfectly on the first try. MITS was astounded and agreed to a deal. This was the birth of Microsoft. Gates saw the window of opportunity was small and closing fast. He dropped out of Harvard, moving to Albuquerque to dedicate himself fully to the company. The future wasn't in a lecture hall, it was in writing code that would change the world. With their BASIC interpreter for the Altair, Microsoft was officially in business. In 1979, the company moved to Bellevue, Washington, positioning itself in a growing tech hub. Gates was not just a brilliant programmer, he was a fiercely competitive businessman, personally reviewing every line of code. The goal, a computer on every desk and in every home, running Microsoft software. The pivotal moment came in 1980, when IBM approached Microsoft for an operating system for its new PC. Microsoft didn't have one, so they bought one, refined it, and licensed it as MS-DOS, not just to IBM but to other manufacturers as well. As the PC market exploded, Mississippi, DOS became the industry standard and Microsoft's influence soared. Building on this, Microsoft created essential applications like Word and Excel. But the true revolution was Windows, which transformed computing from text-based commands to a user-friendly graphical experience. With Windows 3.0 and Windows 95, Microsoft cemented its global dominance. The company became the essential partner for the entire personal computer ecosystem. Microsoft software was everywhere, and so was Bill Gates's vision. By the turn of the millennium, Bill Gates had achieved unimaginable success. Microsoft was one of the world's most powerful companies, its software running on over 90% of PCs. Gates, the world's wealthiest person, was synonymous with the digital age. In 2000, he stepped down as CEO, handing the reins to Steve Ballmer, and became chief software architect. This allowed him to focus on technology and innovation, championing projects like the tablet PC and Xbox. He also drove the Trustworthy Computing Initiative, emphasizing security and reliability. Gates mentored a new generation of engineers, ensuring his vision would endure. Meanwhile, his attention was shifting to global challenges. The Gates Foundation, started with his wife Melinda, was scaling up dramatically. In 2008, Gates left his full-time role at Microsoft to dedicate himself to philanthropy. The creation of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation marked a historic pivot. Gates turned his intellect and resources towards solving humanity's toughest problems. Founded in 2000, the foundation is built on the belief that every life has equal value. Its mission: reduce infectious diseases, fight poverty, and improve education. With an endowment of tens of billions, it's the world's largest private foundation. The foundation operates like a strategic investment firm for social good, targeting high-impact solutions. It funds projects from vaccines to agricultural innovation, working in over 100 countries. Gates demands evidence and results, bringing business-like rigor to philanthropy. This approach has influenced the entire sector, pushing for accountability and measurable outcomes. The foundation seeks not just to alleviate suffering, but to solve its root causes. The Gates Foundation's impact is most visible in global health. It has poured billions into fighting diseases like polio, malaria, and HIV/AIDS, saving millions of lives. The foundation's leadership in eradicating polio has brought the disease to the brink of extinction. It funds massive vaccination campaigns and innovative surveillance techniques. Beyond vaccines, the foundation tackles neglected problems like sanitation, with projects such as the Reinvent the Toilet Challenge. In agriculture, it supports research into drought-resistant crops to help small farmers. In the US, it invests in education, aiming to ensure all students are prepared for college and careers. The foundation's philosophy: identify systemic problems, invest in promising solutions, and measure results. It's an approach designed to disrupt inequality at its source. Gates applies the same analytical rigor to philanthropy as he did to software. Bill Gates' influence extends beyond his foundation. In 2010, with Warren Buffett, he launched the Giving Pledge, a public promise by billionaires to give away most of their wealth. The goals spark a new conversation about wealth and responsibility. Hundreds of billionaires worldwide have joined, unlocking vast resources for charity. The pledge encourages a strategic, hands-on approach to giving, modeled after the Gates Foundation. Gates and Buffett host gatherings for signatories to share ideas and collaborate. This movement has helped redefine success for the ultra-wealthy, not just in terms of wealth, but impact. Gates's effort to inspire others to give may be his most enduring legacy. The collective impact of these philanthropists could be exponentially greater than any one foundation. He set a new standard of generosity for generations to come. A figure as influential as Bill Gates has faced his share of challenges and criticisms. Microsoft's dominance led to accusations of monopolistic practices and a landmark antitrust lawsuit in the late 1990s. The case forced Microsoft to change some business practices and left a lasting mark on Gates's legacy. Even his philanthropy has faced scrutiny. Critics question the foundation's influence over global health and policy. Some argue that a single private foundation can overshadow governments and local organizations. Gates has also been targeted by conspiracy theories and intense media scrutiny of his personal life. Navigating criticism, both legitimate and baseless, has become an ongoing challenge. His public image remains complex, shaped by both achievement and controversy. How will history remember Bill Gates? His story is one of dual legacies. He's a principal architect of the personal computing revolution, fundamentally changing how we work, learn, and connect. The vision of a computer on every desk once seemed ambitious. Now, it's reality. But his second act as a global philanthropist may prove even more significant. Gates applied the same rigor and optimism that built Microsoft to tackling the world's toughest challenges. The millions of lives saved and innovations in health and education are a testament to a new model of giving. Through the Giving Pledge, he's inspired a generation of wealthy individuals to commit to the greater good. Gates has helped forge a new social contract for billionaires, one of responsibility and generosity. His journey shows that ambition can evolve from building a company to building a better world. The story of Bill Gates is far from over. He continues to tackle new challenges with relentless determination. From Harvard dropout to global statesman, his life proves that one person's vision can change the world, not just once, but twice.